Live is disappointing. Forget it. In here, live is beautiful.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie musicals that should never be remade.
Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable films that should be left alone, either because they're already perfect or because of questionable subject matters. Which of these movie musicals is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Cabaret.
Willkommen, bienvenue. Welcome im cabaret, au cabaret, que cabaret.
Some say that if there were to ever be a Cabaret remake, they'd like it to be closer to the stage version. But it's actually the differences that have allowed this 1972 film to stand the test of time. With its serious subject matter and political satire, it redefined the movie musical genre.
Who's there? Hunger.
Oh, hunger! See how love flies past the door. Money makes the birds go round, the birds go round, the birds. Money makes the birds go round, the clinking, clanking sound.
The use of the Kit Kat Club setting to comment on the outside world was also pure genius. Ultimately, without Bob Fosse at the helm, and Liza Minnelli and Joel Grey in the spotlight, any remake would only live in the original's shadow.
So I do what I do. When I'm through, then I'm through. And I'm through. Toodaloo.
Number 9. An American in Paris. To try and recreate this film without Gene Kelly would simply be unthinkable.
Awful nice, paradise, paradise, what I love to see.
Not only did he star as Jerry Mulligan, but he also choreographed the dance numbers. Kelly was in good company, as this MGM classic boasted an incredible team both in front of and behind the camera. In terms of artistry, there's still nothing quite like it today. It won 6 Oscars, including Best Picture. Plus, Kelly was awarded the Academy Honorary Award.
I think you have a great deal of talent. Now, it doesn't hurt to have somebody rooting for you, does it?
It'll be the first time anybody ever did.
Well, then let me.
And in 1993, the movie was enlisted to the United States National Film Registry for being, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. We'd say it's all three, which is why it should be left alone.
Who could ask for anything more?
Number 8. Moulin Rouge. Given the success of the stage musical, we can see why it might be tempting to recreate this jukebox movie. However, Baz Luhrmann's direction and unique flair are simply unparalleled.
I've just invented and though I mustn't gloat at the Moulin Rouge, you'll have fun.
As if that wasn't enough, the casting is so spot on that we can't imagine anyone else in the starring roles. The film is far from perfect, with its cultural appropriation, lack of diversity, and, well, pretty much everything about the Duke.
I don't care about your ridiculous dogma! Why shouldn't the courtesan choose the Maharaja? Because she doesn't love you!
But it was a huge commercial success, grossing roughly $179.2 million. It also garnered 8 Academy Award nominations. And we'll always love the 2001 flick's Come What May number. All things considered, there's simply no need to revisit Moulin Rouge. Number 7. Chicago. When Chicago won the Oscar for Best Picture, it broke a decades-long drought.
Don't mean a thing. All I care about is love. That's what I'm here for.
The last movie musical to earn the coveted award was Oliver, way back in the late 1960s. While there's nothing quite like live theater, The film razzle-dazzled fans of the stage show and created a new generation of musical lovers.
I'm a star, and the audience loves me, and I love them, and they love me for loving them, and I love them for loving me.
Our adoration for Kander and Ebb's music was renewed, and the Bob Fosse-inspired choreography was perfect. The entire cast, led by Renee Zellweger and Catherine Zeta-Jones, also gave powerful and energized performances. It was a major commercial hit, earning hundreds of millions worldwide. There's nothing we would change about this stage-to-screen adaptation. And you know what they say, if it ain't broke. Number 6. Mary Poppins. When Mary Poppins Returns was released in 2018, it was made abundantly clear that it was not a remake. Evidently, they knew that the original shouldn't be touched.
As I expected, Mary Poppins practically perfect in every way.
The iconic 1964 movie performed incredibly well on all fronts, getting a warm welcome from fans and critics alike. It was notably the only Disney flick to be considered for Best Picture while Walt himself was alive. Plus, its use of animation changed the face of cinema.
Good morning.
Oh, yes, quiet. What?
The enchanting story and extraordinary soundtrack continue to hold a special place in our hearts, and garner new fans with each additional generation. It's practically perfect in every way, so its legacy should undoubtedly be preserved.
Practically perfect people never permit sentiment to muddle their thinking.
Number 5. A Star is Born. The first iteration of this film was released in 1937 and featured Janet Gaynor and Frederick March. But after Judy Garland famously crooned "The Man That Got Away" in 1954, A Star is Born was embedded in the U.S. National Film Registry.
That great beginning has seen a final inning. Don't know what happened. It's all a crazy game.
Yet that didn't stop others from trying to recreate the project's success. Notably, there was Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson's famous 1976 adaptation.
They warm and excite us, 'cause we have the brightest light.
And of course, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper got everyone's attention when they brought the movie back into the spotlight in 2018. In short, we think this story's been told enough to last a lifetime.
Don't wanna start another fire. Don't wanna know another kiss. Baby, unless they are your lips.
Number 4. Fiddler on the Roof. If you're thinking it'd be odd to revisit a movie about tradition, you'd be right.
And because of our traditions, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
The 1971 production came from the musical, which was rooted in the short stories of Sholem Aleichem. The film follows Anatevka's Jewish community as they navigate incredibly difficult times. So any attempt to revive it would require a proper understanding of the plot's immense cultural and historical significance. Plus, you arguably won't get a better or more representative cast than the one from this feature.
We know that when good fortune favors two, such men it stands to reason we deserve it too.
Putting all that aside, who would choreograph anything more iconic than the bottle dance? Nevertheless, a new adaptation was announced in 2020. But if it were up to us, we'd say l'chaim to the original and let it be.
Really, sometimes I think, when things are too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see, what kind of mischief can I play on my friend Tevye?
Number 3. The Wizard of Oz. L. Frank Baum's novel has had its fair share of adaptations over the years, with the latest said to be currently in the works. But the 1939 picture can't be rivaled.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue.
In fact, it was submitted to UNESCO's Memory of the World Register, which is a true testament to its place in cinematic history. The cast and costumes, songs and story, and magical special effects all come together to make this movie one of the best of all time.
Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a whiz there was.
It would be practically impossible to follow in Dorothy's ruby slippers. Anyone trying better pull out all the stops or be gone before someone drops a house on their idea too.
But just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Number 2, The Sound of Music. With its stirring story and sensational music, this movie is one of our favorite things. It takes us to the beautiful landscape of Austria for a dramatization of the real Maria von Trapp's memoirs.
With each step I am more certain everything will turn out fine. I have confidence the world can all be mine. They'll have to agree I have confidence in me.
You probably won't be surprised to learn that it won Best Picture at both the Academy Awards and Golden Globes. Unsurprisingly, those are just some of the numerous accolades it received, which gives you an idea of its box office success. We'd also be remiss not to mention Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer's stellar performances.
Fräulein, were you this much trouble at the Abbey?
Oh, much more, sir.
It's pretty easy to understand why many people watch this film at least once a year. How do you solve a problem like... Oh wait, there's no problem to fix here. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Grease. This is the only one that we want. Meet Me in St. Louis. You simply don't mess with a classic.
There's never been anything like it in the whole world.
We don't have to come here on a train or stay in a hotel. It's right in our own hometown.
Grandpa, they'll never tear it down, will they?
Well, they'd better not.
7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Its problematic subject matter is better left in the past.
Women be just like men. They'll be a sobbing for a while. Oh, yes, we're gonna make them sobbing women smile.
Gigi. There's just no way to make this story any less creepy today.
Thank heaven for little girl.
Oliver. No remake could possibly live up to our expectations.
Your light fingers.
Your inspiration.
What a team.
Am I your partner?
More a friend.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Singin' in the Rain. Chronicling Hollywood's shift to talkies, this blissfully idealistic musical took the world by storm, making us all sing and dance in the rain. Featuring the incredible talents of Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds, audiences were bowled over by the exceptional numbers and electrifying choreography. And lightning this powerful doesn't normally strike twice. We're also not sure how well the subject matter would translate today. A movie about the transition into the social media age just doesn't pack the same punch.
No, no, no.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no.
Yes, yes, yes.
There's a reason audiences keep returning to this movie, and that's because it's a timeless classic.
Dancing and singing in the rain.
agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.